What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Nesha Nichelle. Okay, girl.
She see money all around me. I look like I'm the man.
So today's video is gonna be advice on how to get over a heartbreak, and like just advice on. Let me stop moving this chair because I'm probably distracting y'all. Okay. So just advice. No, that's boring. That's not me. All right. So just advice on how to get through a heartbreak or like a breakup or just hard times. Ooh. I'm not an expert at this topic, but I do know a little something because I've had to get over a relationship before. Okay, look, this is a serious video, so I'm gonna stop. I know it could be hard to get over somebody, and like I said, I'm not an expert, but I've had 2 serious relationships. One I'm actually in right now, and then the last one that I got out of, which would be considered a heartbreak, you know. So I'm a little knowledgeable on the topic, so I'm just gonna give you guys some tips and some pointers to help you get through it. Now, I can't tell you exactly what to do because everybody's different and everybody copes with stuff differently, but I can tell you some of the things I did and some of the things I've seen other people do that actually help them get over stuff. I'm sorry, y'all, about this. I went to the makeup shop earlier, and it's everywhere. I love makeup. Okay, this is not a makeup video. Anyways, so I have my handy dandy book. I wrote some notes for y'all so I won't be all over the place because I'm good for that. I'm really good for that. First things first, if you just broken up through a long serious relationship and you're heartbroken, I would say to unfollow or block them on like social media, like, because you don't want to see what they're doing or who they're with or anything like that. So I would block them on social media. So my thing is out of sight, out of mind. So if you don't see them and you don't see what they're doing, y'all are not texting, first of all, you won't be tempted to text them, and you won't feel the need to be like, oh, what is he doing? Oh, because they're blocked or they're unfollowed. I would really suggest blocking, but I know that's kind of hard coming right out of a relationship. So if you could just unfollow them, because I wanted to block people before, but it's like a part of me is just like, you know, I don't know if I can do that. So I would suggest just unfollowing them, and then if you like think you could be cool, then girl, go for that block button. And it's not, don't ever trick yourself into thinking, oh, I blocked them so they won or something like this. No, you're doing it for your own good so you can get over them and move on with your life. So my first tip to y'all would be to block them on everything. After that, I would say to just let yourself realize and let it click in your head that it's really over. Because I know for me, I would be like, oh, it's over, but maybe it's not really over. Maybe he'll come back, or maybe he'll do this and he'll do that. But no, just let that flip switch and tell yourself, okay, this relationship is over. Now what do I do from here? You know, after you flip that switch and you realize, okay, the relationship is over, there is no friends. Don't try to be, don't try to be friends with your ex. Don't try to say, oh, well, we can do this, we can do that, and you know, no, because being friends with somebody is just gonna keep keep your feelings lingering on for longer, and you don't want that. What you want is to get over them as quick as possible, even though it's not the quickest process, but as quick as possible, and you don't want it to linger over even longer than it has to be. So eliminate that friend thing. Don't let them tell you, oh, we can be friends. Yeah, they can be here for you if you absolutely positively need something, but you have your family, you have your mom, you have other people who care about you. You don't need to go to them. So no friends, and let it actually click in your head that it's over, because once it clicks in your head that it's over, you can begin to love yourself and move on. And then that brings me into my next thing. When it's over, don't focus like a lot of people I know, when they get out of a relationship, they tend to focus on what their ex is doing, or if they're gonna get somebody else, or this and this and that. Yeah, it's like okay to focus on that, because not okay, it's not okay, but it's normal to focus on that for like the first time. Because okay, I have this thing called cry it out. Allow yourself time, because I feel like a relationship is like grieving. Like you're losing somebody that you really care about, even though they're not necessarily dead, but I mean, you're losing somebody. So I feel like that's why heartbreak hurts so much, because you're grieving the loss of somebody that you really care about. So allow yourself time to cry. This stage might last a week, it might last a month, it might last an hour, but go in your room, get some tissues, and girl, you better cry, sis. Just allow yourself to feel those emotions, because I know a lot of people, I'm all over the place, but I just feel like I'm having a conversation. You feel me? You feel me? So even if I don't go tip, just stick with me and listen, because honey, I'm finna spit something, okay? Okay. I feel like a lot of people try to, boys especially, but girls do it too. I feel like a lot of people, they push their feelings to the side when it first happens, and they're like, oh girl, I'm okay, I don't miss him, he stank. Girl, you know he did not stink. You know you miss him. You know you want to cry. And then like 4 months down the road, they're like, I miss my ex. Well, would you look at there? Would you look a freaking there? Duh. Because you didn't give yourself time to grieve and to cry it out and to just let it be. Just let it be. Like, don't put on this tough shell like you're all this and that. If you love somebody, it's okay to feel those emotions and feel that pain, because you need to feel that pain, so that when you are not over that pain, but so when you are down the road in 4 months, you won't be like, oh, I miss my ex. And that 4 months you just wasted. That means 4 months in that 4 months you could have been getting over them, crying it out, doing all this and that. But now here you start, now you want to feel everything and you want to start all over. So no, girls, give yourself time to cry it out and to just be sad. Don't be sad forever, but it's okay to be sad for a moment, because that's very normal. I would say another tip would be to, like I said, a lot of people try to focus on their ex. This brings me back to the last thing I was talking about. A lot of people, when they get out of a relationship, they focus on their ex and what is he doing, what is she doing, oh, they have somebody new, this and that. No. When you get out of a relationship, it's a time to focus on yourself, and you don't have anybody to consult with. You don't have anybody that you have to run back to and always tell this and that. Focus on yourself. Find things that you want to do. Find things that keep you occupied. This is after you cry it out, because you don't want to find things that keep you occupied and dismiss your feelings to the side, because then, like I said, that'll mess you up. But find things that you like to do. Make memories with yourself. Love yourself after this relationship. That's what singledom, I call it singledom. That's what singledom is for. It's freedom. You are free to do whatever you want to do. Be yourself. Find yourself. Figure out the things that you want to do. Figure out the things that you want in your next relationship, so that your next relationship can be a success, and maybe you won't have to feel this pain anymore. Like, a lot of people just focus on the wrong things when they're going through a heartbreak and stuff like this. And I feel like a heartbreak it does hurt, like I said, but I feel like you can put a positive spin on anything. And as weird as it may sound, you can put a positive spin on a heartbreak, because you can just look back at it as a time where you found yourself and you found what you wanted in a guy or a girl, and you figured out you. And to me, that's very positive, because figuring out yourself is one of the best things you can do for yourself in life, because once you know who you are, nobody else can tell you who you are. And that's some good advice. Facts. I told you I was about to speak some facts. Another thing is, like, tell your friends and your family, don't talk about the person. You don't have to tell them every single thing. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't advise you to tell your friends and your family every single thing, because everybody has an opinion, and you don't need everybody's opinion. You're already going through enough as it is. So I mean, you have that probably one close friend that you talk to. You can tell them stuff so that you can have somebody to, you know, talk to, and you don't have to be alone in this time where you already feel alone as it is. So yeah, you can talk to that one friend or whatever, but I wouldn't advise you to tell everybody, because then everybody's gonna come back to you and be like, oh, well, how are you guys doing? Did y'all work it out? This is and that. And it's like, no, girl, we didn't work it out. We're over. Okay. And so basically, you don't want everybody to always come back to you and try to be asking you how y'all are doing, because y'all are not doing. Y'all are over, and they need to know that. So yeah, because you don't want to be reminded of them every single second, and you're going to be reminded of them every single second if you tell every single body your business. You see what I'm saying? Do not creep on them. I know this can be really hard, because a lot of us sit on our phones all day and we're just bored, and we're like, okay, Twitter, Instagram, MySpace, Facebook, Tumblr. I don't even think people use that. I just use Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. But basically, yeah, don't creep on them. That's part of unblocking and unfollowing. Don't creep on them, because then you're gonna want to text them and you're trying to get over them. So woohoo, don't do that. Okay. This next thing also ties back into what I was saying earlier about focusing on yourself. Is basically choosing the way you react to a breakup. And that could be hard and challenging, and I feel like it's all a mind thing. That's why I say you need to let that flip switch. Like, all of this literally ties back into everything I'm saying. Because on one hand, you can be like, oh, I'm gonna creep on him, I'm gonna see what he's doing, is he with somebody else, or you can be like, I'm gonna be depressed, I'm gonna be sad. If you wake up in the morning and be like, girl, I'm gonna have a good day, you're gonna be happy, you're gonna go shop, you're gonna go do this, you're gonna go do that, you're gonna have a good day. But if you wake up and you're like, oh, I'm sad, no, I don't wanna do anything, okay, then yeah, sis, you're gonna have a bad day. So choose the way you choose to react to the breakup, and react in a positive way. I feel like everything can have a positive spin on it. And even if it's the hardest thing to spin, you can still spin it, okay? Okay. So when you wake up in the morning, know that you are I'm gonna insert an emoji right here. Know that you are and that you can be a baddie, and that you can wake up and love yourself and tell yourself in the mirror, I love you, because you should love yourself, okay? You don't need anybody or any person to validate you or the way you feel about yourself. You should know that you by yourself are enough, because you are. So yeah, choose the way you react, and react in a positive way. I firmly believe that if you react in a positive way, positivity will come back to you, and it will be even easier to get over the breakup, because you'll just be positive. You'll be a positive Nancy, okay? Not negative Nancy. You'll be a positive Patty. All right. Delete those pictures, sis. Delete the pictures. And I know iPhones have this thing called recover, delete it. Delete them out of there too, because I know you just waiting. Don't be waiting. Delete them out of the recover, delete, whatever, and delete them out your phone. All them, whatever he gave you, burn them. Don't put them in your mom's closet. Do not hide them from yourself, because you know exactly where they are. Burn them. That way they're literally gone. There's no way you can get them back. Don't keep the ashes, sis. Don't keep the ashes. Don't. Okay? Don't do that. No. Burn those things, or I know that sounds really harsh, but it's for your own good. I cannot stress this enough. It's for your own good, because you looking at that stuffed animal every day, or that card he gave you, or these pictures, or this, that. No, literally, if you don't want to burn them, if you feel like that's harsh, take them to the trash can the day before the trash goes out, and let the trash man get rid of them. Like, you don't need any memory of this person in your head at this time, because it's already hard enough. So just get rid of everything that has to remind you of them, because like I was saying, out of sight, out of mind. If you aren't seeing things that they gave you or thinking about them, then eventually it becomes routine. If you don't see a person every day, if you don't see what they gave you, if there's nothing to sit there and remind you of them, eventually you will be okay. And getting over heartbreak is not something that happens overnight or something that, okay, it's a week. Like, no, nobody, if you truly love somebody and y'all been together for a while and your bond is deep, it's not going to be that easy to get over them. So don't try to, that's another thing, don't try to rush the process. Let yourself feel the emotions, go through it so that you can get through it, because get through it is what matters. And then you'll come out 10 times better, and then your relationship will be 10 times better because you'll know who you are, you'll know what you want in somebody, and you'll know what you won't settle for. Like, you'll know what makes you tick, what makes you talk. You'll just know yourself. And so the next person you get in a relationship with, you'll know what you can handle, what you won't handle, and boom, baby. Okay? I'm sorry I keep ending it like that. It's just like, y'all understand, okay? You get it. I know some girls feel like heartbreak is just like this long road, and you're probably watching this video crying. Like, let me get on YouTube and figure out some tips. You're probably like crying. It's like, I'll never get over him. You will. It takes time, and I'm just gonna say that it takes time. Some people, I've heard it literally takes like 5 years. For me, it took probably about 2 months, and we were together for like 3 years. So I don't know, I just kind of I'm the more the out of sight, out of mind, because that's how it is for me when it was just out of sight, out of mind. Plus, girls tend to, and this is kind of what I did, they tend to get over you while they're with you, especially if you're the one doing something wrong. But like, that's kind of what I did. I got over him while I was with him because I knew it was going to be extremely hard to get over him if I wasn't with him and I wasn't already halfway over him, if that makes any sense. But that's why after the real breakup, it was only this short span of time that I was still kind of thinking about him, because while I was with him, I was getting over him, so that when I knew we were breaking up, it was just like, okay. And so if you're watching this video and you know that a breakup is coming, but you just don't know when, and you're just trying to prepare yourself for it, try to start getting over him now. Like, kind of just slowly detach yourself from him, so that when it's actually over, you've already started that process. So you're not like, no, come back, I need you, da da da. That's the way to do it. I really would, because dealing with a heartbreak is, it's like I said, it's like grieving, and it's not fun. And that's not something I would even wish on my worst enemy. Not the way I take heartbreak, because I take it hard, because I love hard. So you don't get under somebody else to get over someone. I feel like that's very self-destructive, not only to you but to the person that you get under, because you're only going to end up hurting them, because you weren't really with them for them. You were with them to get over somebody else, and that's mean to them. And then if they were really feeling you, then you just cause them heartbreak, which is what you were getting over. Like, it's just a cycle. So don't get under somebody to get over somebody, because you're just going to end up hurting somebody else. And why would you want to hurt somebody else when you know how bad it feels to be hurt? Plus, it's just a waste of both of y'all time, because you know you're not going to stay with him, and he's getting his time wasted. Plus, like I said, a breakup is a time for you to figure out yourself and love yourself. It's not a time for you to hop on to somebody else. I feel like people who are always in relationships back to back to back to back are some of the, no offense if you're watching this, but they're like some of the weakest people, because they don't know how to be alone. And they don't know that it's okay to be alone. Like, it's okay to just be, it's okay to go to the movies by yourself. It's okay to take yourself on a date. But they don't experience stuff like that because they're always in a relationship. So I feel like that's one of the weakest people mentally, or like self-confidence wise, that you could meet, because like I said, they don't know how to be alone. So take that time to be alone and to figure out you, like I keep saying. And just know that, like, before you were in a relationship, it was just you. It was just you and your family, and y'all were okay. So don't think that just because you're out of a relationship now that everything's not going to be okay. You were okay before you met them, and you will be okay after you met them. And people tend to forget, because when you're in a relationship, you always are with that person, but you have family that loves and cares about you a ton, I'm sure. And take the time to hang out with them. Go give your mom a kiss on the cheek. Go give your sister a hug. Go play on the playground with your brother. Like, because you were so invested in one person, you have your time divided between that one person, family and friends. But now it's just family and friends. So go take the time to feel their care and love, and it'll fill you up inside and fill that void that was in your heart from being heartbroken, because they care about you just as much. I mean, yeah, it's not in a physical or intimate way, but the love is still there, because that's family and friends, and those are people that like will always be there for you if you have the right family and friends. So I would highly suggest to just take the time to spend with them, and know that you'll be okay, because you were okay before, so it's no reason you should be okay after. And also just try to talk to God about it. Read your Bible, do stuff like that, like work on your relationship with God. And even if your relationship was better, I mean, keep doing it, keep working towards it, because he is definitely a person who can help you get over and get through anything, like anything on this earth, and do more than that. So do that, because that will really help. And even if you're not religious, just try, because honey, when I tell you he can work some miracles, he can boom boom bam, okay? Just because y'all are broken up, there's nothing wrong with you. You're perfectly fine. Some people just aren't meant to be, and that is perfectly okay. Like, there's literally like 7 billion trillion thousand million gazillion billion of people on this earth, okay? Like, you will find another person who fits you better, or even maybe fits you the same, or fits you even better. But my thing is, like, there's a ton of more fish in the sea. Do not get wrapped up in this one boy or girl and think that's just the end all be all. And don't think that it was you, because sometimes people literally just aren't meant to be together. No matter how much you may love a person or lust after a person, sometimes y'all literally just aren't meant to be, and that's perfectly okay, because breaking up with each other would be better for the both of you. So just know that there's always somebody else. There's literally so many people in this world. You might have to go to London, but honey, you will find you a man, and bro, you will find you a girl, okay? Okay, so my last piece of advice would be to just work on yourself, and to realize that you can never ever love someone else before you love yourself. It's not possible. You have to always, you can try, but it won't work. And if you don't love yourself, their relationship won't be successful. And that goes for both parties. If it's a girl and a girl, boy and a boy, or a boy and a girl, whatever, two people, whatever, I don't care. You as a person cannot love someone else thoroughly and fully the way they deserve to be loved. And everybody deserves to be loved, and everybody deserves to be happy. Don't wish bad on anybody just because you're feeling bad right now. Still pray for them, and still, hope for the best for them. But like I was saying, nobody can thoroughly, fully love somebody the way they deserve to be loved unless you love yourself thoroughly and fully the way you deserve to be loved. And just let that stick and remember that. And I really hope this video, I know it's kind of all over the place, and I was trying not to, which is why I wrote my notes. Ow. Which is why I wrote my notes. But I don't know if that really helped. But if I can just help just one person, I will be happy. So comment below and let me know if I helped you in any type of way. I'm really sorry that you're going through this, but just know that you'll get through it. It's doable. How I keep hitting myself. I'm just put this down. It's doable. People have done it before, and it might seem hard now, but you'll be looking back at this in no time and be like, oh wow, piece of cake. So yeah, just remember that and keep that in mind. And like I said, if I can help one person, I will be happy. So just let me know if I helped you in any sort of way. I'm really sorry that I was kind of all over the place. Anyways, I feel like it. Maybe after I edit it, I won't be. But I love you guys, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. And thanks, and adios muchacha. I like to cha-cha, ay.
I like to cha-cha, ay, in a Latin bar, yeah, with a